about
the character, how it was changed, and what did you like most about it?
You know, well, I think what I liked was that it kept the core of the guy, you know, which was, you know, this, you know, sort of a pain over what he was, but, you know, a basic decency, you know. And I just think, you know, I mean, the challenge in creating the character in the first place was taking a traditional villain, you know, a vampire, and turning him into a good guy, you know. And so, and I think, you know, despite the fact that the show was lighter than the novel, you know, that was retained.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about all of the comparisons to all of the other vampire books and movies and TV shows?
Yeah, well, I didn't anticipate that when I came up with it, you know, because it came from such a pure place of just, you know, wanting to do something new with the background. For a long time I've been thinking, I like vampires. I was very interested in coming up with the story, but I only wanted to do something if it felt fresh and new to me, you know. And when I thought, you know, bending the detective and the vampire, putting them together, that felt like that. And then, yeah, so then when we began making it a show, then the comparisons to Angel and Dark, was it Forever Night, and all these things that I wasn't even aware of. You know, I was aware of Angel, but it wasn't a show that I watched. And Forever Night I hadn't heard of, and you know, there were you take a beating over some of that, you know, but. You know, I think it's funny, if I were to, you know, my next show were a medical drama, people wouldn't be like, oh, well, you know, there's ER. What about ER? What about Chicago Hope? What about, you know, all these, you know,
Marcus Welby.
Marcus Welby, yeah. You ever hear Marcus Welby?
Yeah.
Yeah, uncreative,
well, I think
unoriginal.
Comparisons are inevitable. It's going to happen.
Yeah, and especially because like people are very passionate about the vampires, and there aren't nearly as many of them. You know, if I did a cop drama, you know, if I did something about lawyers, you know, but because it's vampires, and because Joss Whedon has such a passionate group of people who love his work, you know, which I think is very cool, you know, but yeah, that kind of sucked.
Okay.